Hello, today I'm going to talk about 6 processes that change the form of material. Well, the processes are forming, hydroforming, forging, extrusion, punching, and stamping. First, we have the forming. That is one of the processes that has other processes because this process is about deforming the material and exists, for example, the stretching, where you have the metal sheet. Then, with a die, you apply force to stretch to the sheet and get the shape. After that, rolling is another one that is about pass a metal sheet to get the specific thickness. Forming is a process. Forming is when a metal passes through a machine and the machine changes the shape or the form without removing or adding material. The machine doesn't add any type of material and also doesn't remove metal. Only bend the material with the roller. This type of machines are very used in the metal industry, but also this process can be done by hand or manually with a press. A long time ago, this process was a hard work because the people used to done only by hand. In example, we talk about rollings or the bars. Well, the thick bar passed through two rollers to decrease the thickness and get a sheet of metal. This process could be done in a cold water, or if you want to make it easier, you can apply heat. Rolling the railings for the houses is this process. We have two rollers who have a specific form. It is used to decrease the thickness of a metal piece, cured in a sheet, and could be done in a hot water. The second one is hydroforming, where we have the machine that has a special characteristic. There is a liquid. The machine introduces a liquid that generates pressure to the sheet to become the sheet in the form that is in the die. The liquid is oil. It is used to avoid cracks during the process. This process is very expensive for the industry. That's why hydroforming process is not a common process. In this process, the machine includes different substances like oil to do the deformation for the metals easier and also faster. With hydroforming, the piece has a finished work very clean and with a very good surface. The machine in the bottom contains the liquid that the metal needs to deform. In the middle of the machine, the piece of metal has to be collocated, and then in the above part of the machine is the press that helps the metal to be pressed, and with the liquid can be deformed easier. As an example, the pipes of the motorcycle Yamaha must be developed by hydroforming because, as you can see, the shape is hard to produce it in another machine. The metal has to be malleable to develop this process. This process is only for pieces that has a specific details, or you have to do a specific form that is hard to do it in other machines. Forging is the third one. This is a simple process where we can say that is just hit and remove the piece to get the shape required. This kind of process could be handled with a hammer or with a machine that could be hydraulic machine to make the process progressive and create more pressure. For example, if the product is an axe, the metal has to have more strength and the temperature applied has to be specific to avoid the melting. Then the person has to hit the piece with a hammer while he is holding the piece to get a specific shape of the axe. Also is the process in which the material is shaped by compressive forces. This process can be done by manually or by different machines. Also, we can do this process by different temperatures, for example with cold, hot, or hammer. If the material is hot, you require less power, but also if your product has to be made with cold, you only have to apply more forces or power. Forging is when a piece of metal pressed to obtain a specific shape. This process has some advantages like producing uniform grind, size, and flow, and also need less machining. Some words that you can remember of this process are like wax, metal, fire, cold, hammer, movement, shape, and temperature. Extrusion is another one, that is when you have a bar on a machine, the machine generates a force that makes that the bar pass through a die with a specific form. The machine used mostly is a jolly, and the water could be cold or hot, because if you want to use plastic, well, you have to heat and to get it passed through the die. In this process, the metal is pushed through the machine to obtain a specific shape, but is different to forging, because with this process you can do more details that other machines can do. It is forged to create a more complex shapes, and it is also form parts with an excellent surface finish. We can see how two pieces of metal pass through the machine, and then the result is a complex shape and a very clean and good surface. This process also is very expensive, and I heard how the companies have to do adequate machines to do this type of process. Actually, this process is not common in Chihuahua. As an example, I choose the problem because it is easy to explain. We have the candy and we want to eat. Well, we have to generate pressure with the plastic to make that it passes through the holes and its shape change. This example is weak and soft, but is an extrusion. Some words that you can remember with this process are the pressure, force, die, shape, soft, strength, and weak. Then the process of punching, that is similar to cutting process, but here is when you want to generate a specific shape and generate to minute products without form, just with the machine and the material. The machines here are so big if the company is not a micro company. The micro company use machines little and they produce stamps. The machines can be controlled with the hands, and the process is faster than if you would try to do it with a cutter. Also, with printing process, we can do a specific shapes or, or form in the material, but we can use different materials like plastic, finer metal, and others. But with punching also we can do a holes in the metal with a specific shape that we want. This process is also do it by press, but at the same time do a holes in the material. It is a common process in all the companies. For example, we can see how the machine passes to the metal and then punching on the second they obtain a preferred part on a specific shape. As an example, we can see the image that is in front of you, and you can see all the drawings that is in here. So this type of machine can do it by only forces, that is easier, and we have good results because it's an easier process. Some words that we can to remember are machine, stamps, handling, cutting, micro companies, easy and faster. Finally, the stamping is used with a metal sheet in a cold water. The machine has a matrix and briquette to generate pressure, so the employee has to put the piece to make it fit together in shape, but before that, the employee has to put the metal sheet in a container with coolant to avoid cracks during the process. As an example, the pots are produced by this process. The metal sheet with the coolant is filled in a piece, then the briquette generates the pressure and the shape is gotten. Most of the kitchen sinks are produced by this process. The metal sheet machine, briquette, matrix, kitchen worker, and feed sound are some words that you can remember of this process. Also, stamping process can be called punching because we use a press machine that presses the material onto the stamping in the material. For example, when a man puts a piece of metal into the machine, then the press do a hole in the piece that is the stamping. In this process, stamping also can be seen in a common things that we can see all the days. For example, in my notebook I have a piece of paper pasted in the cover as a design. Mm, like a conclusion, as you can see, those kind of processes are very important in the industry. We have a lot of type of processes, not only that one, but those are the more important and more user in the industry are the more common and the most important. Each one has a different function, but they they complement between them, and this is the final conclusion.